Hey there, my name's Naira. Welcome to this grounding yoga sequence. Let's start the practice today in child's pose. So come onto your knees facing the front of the mat, toes touching, and spread your knees as wide as the mat. Bums on the heels at the moment, and try and keep it there for as long as possible as you walk the hands forward, reaching them forward, arms straight, and placing your forehead on the floor. Stay in the pose. I'm coming out of it as I talk you through it. But with every inhale, feel the front of the body expand, relaxing the belly. And with every exhale, maybe feel the hips sink a little further towards the heels. As you stay in this child's pose for a few moments, really start to gain awareness of the points of contact with the ground. The palms of the hands, the knees, the shins, the tops of the feet, the forehead. Really feel the forehead heavy, sinking into the mat. Relax the jaw, relax the face, relax the shoulders. Just really let the ground support you. Start to build your awareness of the ground beneath you, of your relationship with the earth that supports you every day. Keep the breath going, just breathing naturally, not forcing anything. Staying here for a few more breaths. And then slowly and gently walking the hands slightly back, tucking the toes under and lifting the hips just slightly so that you can come into an all-four position comfortably. Your hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips, and we take a few cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, draw the heart forward, slight arch through the spine. Exhale, push the mat away with the hands and the tops of the feet. Relax the head, arch through the spine. Inhale, arch, pushing the mat away with the hands still. Exhale, round through the back, relax the head. Keep this going with every inhale and exhale, with every arch and round of the spine. Really synchronize the breath with the movement, and again, gain awareness of those contact points with the ground beneath you. Imagine you're drawing energy from the ground with every inhale, giving it back with every exhale. And then tuck the toes under, spread the fingers wide on the mat, push the hands into the mat as you lift the hips high to come into downward dog. Really feel the fingers, not the wrists, pressing into the mat. Press whatever part of your foot is in contact with the mat, whatever part of your feet into the ground, and at the same time lift the hips high and towards the heels. Drawing the belly towards the spine, relax the head. Slowly start to walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other.
The opposite heel reaches towards the floor. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, come on to tiptoes, bend the knees, and slowly walk the feet towards the hands near the top of the mat. Knees deeply bent, feet hip width apart. Relax the head. Really let the head hang as if you were going to let your head sink into the ground, but of course it's not touching the ground. But again, you're feeling supported by that energy of the earth beneath you, really feeling like as your feet ground into the mat, you can let go and feel fully supported, fully protected. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, bring fingertips to shins. Draw the crown of the head forward as far away from the legs as you can, getting length through the spine. You can keep the knees bent. Then place the palms on the mat and step the left foot back, placing the left knee onto the mat, untuck the toe. Coming up into a crescent lunge, so raising the arms up on the inhale. And as you exhale, really engage through the glutes, pull the belly towards the spine so you're protecting the lower back. Then place the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers. Inhale, spread the elbows wide, lift the heart towards the sky. And at the same time, pressing the front foot into the mat. Pressing the back leg into the mat, breathing here, making sure that that front knee is directly above the ankle. You might need to edge the foot forward slightly, both hips facing forward. Tuck the tailbone under, drawing the pubis towards the navel. And when you've got that engagement and the belly engaged, perhaps just edge the hips forward slightly. One more inhale, open through the heart space. Exhale, place the hands on the mat, step the left foot forward, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips to shins, draw the crown of the head forward, engage the belly. Hands to the mat, step the right foot back, place the right knee on the mat, untuck the toe. We come into crescent lunge on the other side, reach both arms up. Again, find your grounding here. Engage the glutes, draw the belly to the spine, make sure that front knee is directly above the ankle. And when you've got the engagement and the alignment, both hips facing forward, place the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, and inhale, lift the heart towards the sky, keeping those glutes engaged so we're not sinking into the lower back. And you can edge the hips slightly forward. Again, really keeping the front foot pressed against the mat, the back leg pressed against the mat, so you're firmly connected to the ground, even as you lift the heart high towards the sky. Keep the breath going, elbows wide, really feeling those shoulder blades draw together at the back. Perhaps a nice release from all the leaning forward we tend to do during the day. And then exhale, release hands to the mat, step the right foot forward. Bend through the knees, fold forward again, release the head. As you're folding forward, carefully heel-toe the feet together so that the toes are touching, the knees are still bent, your belly is still on your thighs. Then inhale, bend the knees even more deeply, sit the bum back, lift the hands up.
Coming into chair pose, squeezing the thighs together. Belly draws in. Look down. If you can't see your toes, you need to sit your bum back even further and really press the feet into the floor, but lift the toes up so the weight is more into the heels. Open through the heart space. Keep breathing. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, come to standing. Close down the eyes a moment. Here in Tadasana, mountain pose, again, really trying to find that sensation of grounding. So take a moment to lift all 10 toes, place them back down. Really distribute the weight evenly between the 2 feet. Engage the glutes, tuck the tailbone under, softly engage the belly. Roll the shoulders down and back, energy through the fingertips, chin parallel to the floor. And as you feel your feet rooting down into the ground, feel the crown of the head rising up towards the sky, as if you really want to get the crown of the head as far away from the feet and the ground as possible. Lifting the heart slightly towards the sky too. Breathing here, keeping the eyes closed, just checking in with what's going on internally. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Really finding that length and space through the whole body. Imagine as you draw the crown of the head up that you're even finding more space between each rib, between the bottom of the ribs and the top of the pelvis, between the bottom of the pelvis and the knees, between the knees and the feet. And then blink open the eyes. Take a step back with the left foot, not too wide. Your right foot stays facing forward and the left foot is parallel with the back of the mat. The right heel is in line with the instep, the arch of the left foot. We're coming into Trikonasana triangle pose here, so both legs are straight. Start by engaging your glutes already. Inhale, float the arms up so that they're shoulder height. Exhale, and then inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, place it to the inside of the right thigh or the right shin or even on the floor. I prefer to stay up here because it allows me to keep my back really nice and long. You might need to adjust the feet slightly, have a slightly wider or shorter stance, keeping the glutes engaged, reaching the left arm towards the ceiling, fingers spread and engaged, and really feel again that length, the crown of the head, trying to get as far away as possible from that left foot. Breathing here, opening the heart up towards the sky and pressing into the ground with both feet. With every breath, feel more expansion in the pose. And then exhale, look down to your right foot. Inhale, come up. Turn the feet in the opposite direction. You can keep the arms up or you can place them down to rest a moment as you find the feet position to the left. Again, inhale to raise both arms up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. Exhale, place it gently to the inside of the thigh, the shin, or even bring it down to the ankle. Just don't press the hand against the knee. Have the idea of engaging the glutes to gently push the hips forward, and at the same time you're drawing the chest back a little bit so that you could basically fit your body in between two panes of glass. Reaching that left arm up and at the same time pressing the feet into the floor, spiraling the torso towards the sky. Breathing through the nose, glutes and belly engaged. Externally rotating through both thighs. And then exhale, look down at the left foot. Inhale to come up. Bring the arms down and we're turning to the right again. Same foot position, but you want a little bit of a wider stance with the legs. So again, just making sure that that right heel is in line with the left arch. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bend through the right knee. We've come into warrior two. So you might need to widen the stance so that your right knee is directly above the right ankle. Tuck the tailbone under. By engaging through the glutes, belly lifts towards the spine, and you're firm in your legs. You're pressing both feet into the floor, especially really press the outer edge of the left foot into the floor. Relax the shoulders and make sure that you're tracking your right knee towards the outer edge, the little toe of the right foot. Breathing here. Soft gaze towards the right middle finger. Then inhale, flip the right palm up, reach the right arm forward and take the right hand back towards the left foot, coming into reverse warrior. And the challenge here is as you move lightly through the upper body to keep that stability and that strength in the lower body so the legs do not change. Really bring your awareness to the legs staying strong, that right leg staying bent, the left leg straight. Reach with that right hand. And then on your exhale, place the right forearm on the top of the right thigh lightly and bring the left arm diagonal so that it's in line with the left leg. And again, the leg position doesn't change. Really making sure that right knee stays tracking towards the outer edge of the right foot. Breathe here. Press the outer edge of the left foot into the mat. Belly engaged, glutes engaged. Spiraling the torso again towards the sky. Exhale, look down at the right foot. Inhale to come up. And straighten through the legs, lower the arms. And you can turn the feet to the left. So we're doing everything on the left side now. Inhale, raise the arms up, and then exhale, bend through that left knee. Again, you can adjust the feet to make sure that that left knee is directly above the left ankle. Engaging through the glutes, belly draws to the spine, and again, just keeping that focus on the contact points with the ground, just making sure that you've really got that stability, that strength in the lower body, and then imagining that that strength is being sucked up through the soles of the feet, and that's what's allowing you to move with such fluidity in the upper body. Inhale, flip the left palm, reach the left arm forward, and then reverse the warrior. The right hand is lightly placed on the right leg. You're keeping that left knee strongly bent, tracking towards the outer edge of the left foot. Outer edge of right foot is stuck down firmly to the ground, opening through the left side of the body. Exhale, place the left forearm on the left thigh, and then bring the right arm diagonal in line with the right leg. Reaching through that right hand, spiraling the torso to the sky, but again, keeping that left leg bent. Lots of things to focus on at once. But having this focus and really having awareness of all these parts of our body can help keep us in the present moment.
Nice, come back to that breath. Then exhale, look down at the left foot. Inhale to come up, lower the arms, and this time position the feet so that you've got both feet turned out. Legs are straight. Bring the hands to heart center. Then inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, bend through the knees and come into goddess pose. Again, checking that the knees are directly over the ankles, so you really might need to adjust and shuffle the feet a little bit. Tuck the tailbone under, and again, ensuring that you've really got the knees tracking towards the outer edge of the feet. So it's really going to work on your hip flexibility here. Lifting the heart towards the thumbs, so not leaning the torso forward. We really want to keep that lifted and keep those glutes strongly engaged, tucking the tailbone under, drawing the belly towards the spine, pushing the feet into the mat, but at the same time sinking those hips down towards the ground. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. You can really push the hands towards each other as well. It gives you more of a sense of stability. And then inhale, straighten the legs, come up. This time, bring the feet parallel, but ever so slightly turned in. You've got the legs straight, you're tucking the tailbone under. Place your hands on your hips and then draw the elbows back towards each other. So really drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Again, tuck the tailbone under, engage the glutes, lift the heart, then bend the knees as you fold forward from the hip crease, bringing your hands to the floor. Release the head. When your hands are on the floor, you can either keep the legs bent, that is totally fine, or you can slowly start to straighten them, getting more of an opening in the backs of the legs. The wider your legs are apart, the less intense of a stretch it's going to be in the backs of the legs. So again, adjust in a way that makes you feel comfortable. Bring the weight more into the toes, not the heels. And really important, just let the head go. Again, if you're like me, your hair might be touching the ground. But again, have that sense of the ground, drawing the crown of your head towards it, almost like a magnet attracting the crown of your head. Lift the belly up towards the spine, that will give you more support and stability as well. Relax the shoulders. Having this sort of inversion really helps calm and rebalance the nervous system. And then inhale, come onto fingertips, draw the crown of the head forward, and then slowly just heel toe the feet together, not all the way, just enough so that you can start to sit the hips towards the floor and come into Malasana squat pose, bringing the hands into prayer and gently pushing the upper arms against the insides of the thighs. Now, make sure again that all of your feet, the underside of both feet, are in contact with the mat. So you're not sinking into your arches, you're really pressing the outer edge of the feet into the mat. And even though it's a very grounding pose, you're still lifting up, the heart's lifting up. You're lifting up through the pelvic floor, lifting the belly up into the spine. And if this is too intense, you can always sit your bum onto a block or a cushion or a bolster, no problem at all. That's actually a really great option to take. But if you're not using anything,
Focus on getting your heels to the floor. So even if your bum is quite high up, that's not a problem. And if you want, you can also place a blanket under the heels to make it a bit more comfortable. Whatever option you've taken, stay with the breath. Maybe close down the eyes. Again, keep that heart space lifted. There's so much to think about in all of these poses. The feet are turned out, by the way, rather than parallel. You can have them parallel, but you'll probably find it's more comfortable if they're turned out. As I was saying, there's so much to think about in each of these poses, and that really helps us focus inward and gain awareness of our body and stay in the present moment. A few more breaths here. And then slowly, with the help of your hands, sit the bum down onto the mat. Feel that release through the legs. I'm turning to the side so you can see the next pose better. You want to really sit onto the sit bones, so make sure that you're pulling the fleshy bits away from the sit bones so that you're really grounded onto them. The soles of the feet are touching. With this pose, the closer the feet to the pelvis, the more intense it's going to feel. You want to take a hold of the outsides of the feet as if you were going to open your feet like a book, and then inhale, really grow tall, draw the belly to the spine, exhale, fold forward from the hip crease. Now, you might notice I've barely moved at all, and that's because I'm really focusing on keeping the spine straight, grounding through the sit bones, pushing the outer edge of both feet into the mat, and really growing through the crown of the head. So I'm rooting down to grow up. It's not about rounding forward. We definitely don't want to do that. You want to draw the shoulder blades together behind the back. Can be a really, really tiny movement, and feel free to close down the eyes so that you're focusing on the sensations and the alignment rather than what this might look like or what I look like or what anything looks like in the space around you. And then a few more breaths here. And then really slowly come up on an exhale, edge the feet a little bit further away from you, take hold of them again, and this time on your exhale, do round through the back and reach the crown of the head towards the feet.
Just letting that head go, letting it hang heavy. You can release the feet, you don't need to hold on to them with the hands. Then slowly on the inhale, walking the hands back to come up to sit, and gently make your way down to the floor with the help of the elbows down onto your back rather, because we're already on the floor. And then slowly drawing the heels a little closer towards your buttocks so that you can graze the backs of the heels with the fingertips. Press the palms into the floor. Your feet and knees and thighs are hip width apart. Get some distance from your shoulders to your ears. And on the inhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone under, engage the glutes and lift the hips high towards the sky. Breathing here. Really keeping those thighs parallel, not letting them drop out, the knees drop out to the sides. Squeeze the glutes as you lift the hips high, pressing the feet and hands into the floor. So again, you're feeling that grounding. The shoulders are also pressed into the floor. And then exhale, lower the upper, then the middle, then the lower back, slowly down onto the mat. Just take a few seconds to gain awareness of your lower back on the mat. You can put the knees together and widen the feet to about the width of the mat to release through that lower back. And then slowly reach both feet forward. Place the legs down on the mat. You can widen the legs, let the feet flop out. Palms face towards the sky, and for the first time, just really feel the entire body in contact with the mat, or at least the back side of it. Breathing naturally, eyes closed, again feeling like with every inhale you're really drawing in the energy from the earth. With every exhale you're giving that energy back. An infinite source of energy that you can draw on. Nothing to do here except let the ground support you. And then really slowly wiggling the fingers, toes, rolling through the wrists and the ankles, taking a stretch even as you stay lying down, and then bending the knees and drawing the knees towards the chest, hugging the knees towards you, and again just really appreciating that ground beneath you as you rock from side to side, because you feel that ground giving you a massage through the lower back. Roll onto one side, the right usually, left if you've got low blood pressure. Take a moment in fetal position, and then slowly coming up to a seated position, legs crossed, really grounding the sit bones into the mat, rolling the shoulders down and back, bringing the hands to heart center, lifting the heart towards the thumbs. Let's take a big inhale together and an exhale through the mouth. And then together we inhale to Om. Om.
Bringing the hands to the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. Thank you so much. Hope you feel good, and I'll see you in the next video.